Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the weekend. Does that really mean anything anymore? I don't know. I work all damn week, all weekend. It doesn't mean squat pretty much to me. But we're going to celebrate it anyway. We're going to bring it in properly anyway. And we're going to start that off with, got to pour the beer, doing the Wicked Hazy from Sam again. Let's get that bad boy open. Oh, tip it. Don't mind me, man. I'll tell you what, barely enough time to even get live, it seems like. I'm like running a few minutes behind, so sorry about that. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. And appreciate you being here. Truly, I do. Let me put the invite link here into the live chat so you can jump on in and join me live. I would really appreciate that. I know a lot of times we get people in a little bit after the fact, and that's cool. I get it. 7 o'clock isn't always great for everybody. I'm an older guy, so 7 o'clock's like, woo, doggy, 7 o'clock. Cheers. I know, look at that. That's because I didn't tip the damn glass. And down the wrong pipe. Oh, it's got to be one of those nights. All right. No, it's not, damn it. We're going to have ourselves a good time. Good time. Listen, before we go look at the markets, there's a couple of things I want to throw out there. One is I'd really appreciate it if you could go ahead and jump on my email list. That way, if, for whatever reason, I mean, look, we saw Cryptos R Us, a cryptocurrency YouTuber with over 600,000 subscribers, arguably one of the biggest crypto YouTubers in the space. Boom. Because of an algorithm or whatever it was, his channel gone. He did get it back, and he's posted since. And if you go into our channel, you know what? I made a video and sent it to @Team YouTube and sent it out to everyone here because I don't know if you're subscribed to George's channel or not, but here's a guy that honestly, I don't always agree with what he's got to say. I'm just being honest. However, he puts out good information. He's thoughtful about it, what he puts out. He has a lot of influence in the cryptocurrency space. So, excuse me. Having them be able to just and take away his channel is just wrong. I'm sorry, it's just wrong. You've got channels that they just let go. And anyway, listen, at the end of the day, the point is, if for whatever reason this YouTube channel gets one day, even though it's difficult to find it as it is because they're shadow banning it. If you're on, let's try this. If you're on the email list, you will get emails from me direct to your box that'll tell you what's going on and any updates. So please head over or head down into the description and sign up. I'd appreciate that. Also, if you head over to Cointree, cointr.ee/CCM, you will find all of our official social media channels. All right. Everywhere that I am, those are the official links. And if you're so inclined, you want to give a donation to the channel, I appreciate it. I work hard at trying to get all this good information out to you in a timely manner and in an informative manner. So if you want to do that, you can do that on Cointree as well. So head on over, figure out where we are. I really appreciate it. That way I can stay in touch. all of my videos are backed up on Odyssey. Okay, that's library's video sharing platform that's blockchain based, censorship resistant. It's like YouTube, but on the blockchain. It's getting better and better all the time. And all of my videos are backed up there. So you can go ahead and find everything on Odyssey. Link in, or our link, my link to Odyssey, you can find it on Cointree. So make sure you head over there and do that. Otherwise, if you're new here, you know the drill, man. You know the drill. Like, subscribe to this channel. I appreciate it. I'm trying to get up over 1,000 subscribers to help monetize the channel, obviously, and to get more of the word out. Just get more word out about cryptocurrency. We got to do it. We got to do it. So make sure you like, subscribe, tick that bell icon, click the all so you get notified every time I go live. Go live Monday, Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here, right now, for Crypto on the Rocks. Yes. Cheers. All right, let's top this bad boy off right now. Oh, I hope somebody joins me soon. I'm going to go need another beer already. All right. So, shall we go take a look at the markets? They're actually looking pretty good. Oh, and don't forget, before we go ahead and do that, let me bring up this. Here we go. Don't forget, tonight, if you're floating in and out of here, make sure you vote in the live chat for one of these coins that we're going to DCA into. Obviously, Bitcoin, and so everybody knows, every week, whoever's live on the stream, has the opportunity to pick what coin we're going to dollar cost average into. I'm using $25 a week to make it very worthy of what most people probably can afford who are watching this channel. 15 of that $25 goes into Bitcoin. Sorry, we got to keep Bitcoin in the portfolio. It's going to just keep going up, especially once these ETFs are approved. And let me tell you, they're going to get approved because now, today you got Gary Gensler basically conceding that he's going to drop everything with regard to the charges he had against the founders of Ripple. So, like, the final nail in the SEC's coffin. I think they got one more lawsuit still pending. That's going to go. It's gone. The SEC no longer has anybody they can bully, because that's basically what they're doing. Much like, I said, Odyssey is library's video sharing platform. Well, they basically beat library into submission. Although library did appeal finally. I reported that. I did a live stream about that. And I'm glad they did, because you want to know what? Sentiment is changing. Basically, the courts have given Gary Gensler the thumb in the eye, been like, yo, screw you. You're being arbitrary and capricious. And I'll let you go watch the live stream where I explain exactly what that is, because right now it's about the drinking. However, I know I'm getting off topic here a little bit, but the SEC is basically slowly losing its fangs, and regulation will be coming into the US, and a spot Bitcoin ETF is going to launch. And did you watch my live stream on Monday where I talked about, it was a Wednesday. Might have been one. Yeah, no, I think it was Wednesday. Where I talked about what happened to the price of Bitcoin when the false tweet came out from Cointelegraph that there was an approval on the Bitcoin ETF. Bitcoin went up 10%. 10%. That was on one news outlet putting out the information. and false information at that. So what do you think is going to happen when everybody and their brother, including mainstream media, is reporting that the Bitcoin ETF has been approved? Bitcoin's going to end up back at its previous high, which was damn near 70,000. Now, personally, I do believe that this Bitcoin or approvals of a Bitcoin ETF, at least one, because how he's going to do it, Gary Gensler, is going to come out with the approval. I don't know. But he is talking with several of the applicants who have put in their spot Bitcoin ETF applications. Grayscale, BlackRock, ARK Invest, to name a few. And part of that conversation is getting the ducks in a row for the approval. Just is, because he knows the handwriting's on the wall. The handwriting is on the wall. He can't stall much longer. So I think still, I am optimistic that before the beginning of the new year, we're going to see a Bitcoin spot ETF. Again, what do I know? Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, some old guy on the interweb who likes to drink a beer. Cheers. But here's the thing. It's coming. And even if I'm wrong and it isn't coming or going to get approved in 2023, there's no way we make it past Q1 of 2024. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Excuse me. Oh my God. The perils of a live stream. Sorry, allergies are kicking my butt with this change of season. So it's time to vote. Even if you can't stay, you still can vote. You are here on one of these other altcoins that we're going to put $10 of our $25 weekly allotment into. We have already invested in LCX. That's a favorite of my friend, brother, Philip. And here's the information I put out about that. So I'll leave that up on the screen for a second so you can read that. For those of you who are here in the United States, and I know the majority of my viewers are in the United States, although there are a couple that definitely from the UK, the EU, whatever the hell you're called now. And you have the ability to be able to stake LCX and earn from it. Everybody else here in the US, nope, we're shit out of luck because, it's just the way it is. So LCX, we've already DCA, dollar cost averaged into, and whoops, right here. And then Stellar was what was voted for last week. It was a close run between Stellar and Quant. I really believe that when and if Philip ends up joining me here tonight, he'll be pushing for Quant this week. And honestly, Quant is a huge price right now. Huge price right now. I mean, it's a buy opportunity all day long. All day long. So again, doesn't matter when you're here, how long you're here, jump into the live chat. Matter of fact, the link to join me live online right now is in the live chat. Go ahead, click that. You'll show up in the back end of StreamYard here, which is the platform, the streaming service that I use to stream all of these live streams on YouTube. We are not tonight. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook, and we are live on Twitter. And yeah, I use StreamYard. Matter of fact, if you're interested in StreamYard, if you are an influencer or you like making videos, whatever, need a good video recording service, link in the description of this live stream. You can go ahead and check that out. But while you're here, Vote. What are we doing? LCX, H-bar, Quant, XLM, Stellar, or Cardano, ADA. Now, I want to note that for those of these cryptocurrencies that we can stake, that have native staking, we're going to do that. So like Cardano, for example, H-bar, for example, we're going to stake those in a node. And I mean, because that's what you would do. Again, this is meant to show you that $25 a week, end of the day, that's not a lot of money. But for $25 a week, you can change the trajectory of your family's lives by dollar cost averaging into cryptocurrency. All right, let's go take a look at the markets. Let's pull up CoinGecko. All right, here we are. Let me refresh this page to make sure we have the most current pricing. All right, now, I mean, Bitcoin, look at this. Again, Bitcoin, you know what? Let me make that full screen for you. Bitcoin has been, it went up earlier today, honestly. I think with the good news that Gary Gensler basically is capitulating to Ripple at this point, and touched like 30K and then kind of came back down. But it has been pretty much consistently above 29K. And you know what? That's great. I was of the mindset that, and I think I even said it on last week's stream, I was of the mindset that Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin would probably drop before it went back up. And we did solidly into the bull run with the ETFs and the halving and so on. I don't know, as we get closer to the end of the month, because honestly, I don't think that drop, if it's going to happen, is going to go past the end of this month into November. Cheers, by the way. I really don't think that's going to happen. So the more that we stay above this mark here, and the stronger Bitcoin is at these prices, you know what? The less likely it is that it's going to drop, in my opinion. Again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, old guy on the interwebs. That's my opinion. All right, let's keep going. Ethereum back over the $1,600 mark. Now, if you notice over here, that's a big jump today. Again, I think the entire market is very much green today overall because of the news of the SEC realizing they're just useless. Did I say that out loud? Yes, I did. They're useless. BNB back up in that almost 215 range. Perfect. Now, XRP has seen a bit of a pump after this news. And you would expect that that was the case because prior to this, XRP was looking pretty damn weak. I told you I didn't know why XRP was looking as weak as it was. It was down like 47, 48 cents. So if you bought, then you DCA'd into XRP at that point in time. Guess what? You're up almost 7% here in the last week. Winner. Chicken dinner. But XRP looking a lot more healthy today after that news about the SEC dropping their suit against the owners of Ripple. Solana, here's another one. Look at this. On fire for some reason. Up over 25%. So congratulations to all of you who are holding Solana. As you know, if you've been here for any length of time, I am no fan of Solana. I think they are way too centralized for this space. Sorry, just the way I see it. And I mean, 25.5% over the week, almost 10% in 24 hours. I don't know. I'm not sold, frankly. Not sold. And then Cardano. You know that I am a fan of Cardano, despite their recent changes in the way that their staking pools are operating. I'm still kind of investigating that a little bit. So that more information to come on that. More information to come. But in the meantime, you can still stake Cardano. You can still get yourself an ROI with Cardano, and it's up. I mean, it was down to around 24 cents, even up almost 2.5% in the last 7 days, back over 25 cents per Cardano. All right. Let's see here. Again, BCH, Litecoin, for what they are, I see them as useful. BCH up 11.5% in the last week, 6% in the last 24 hours to be just over $241. Litecoin up 3.5% in the last 7 days, most of that within the last 24 hours, and just over $63. It's useful. I like Litecoin. You can poo-poo me all you want. I like it. Get over it. I don't care. Chainlink, again, on the initial beginner crypto portfolio, up almost 5% in the last 7 days. The majority of that in the last 24 hours, hovering $7.61. Let's scoop down to Avalanche, AVAX. Not bad. I mean, it's up a little bit. Honestly, a little weaker than I would have anticipated with AVAX at this point in time, but no worries. Holding 925. Stellar, what we DCA'd into last week. Matter of fact, we're up a little bit from where we DCA'd, which is great. Up 5.2% over the last 7 days, 1.2 of that in the last 24 hours. At one point, Stellar was up over 11 cents today. As you can see, it's down 0.2%. And you know what? That's okay. Let it go up, let it go down. Doesn't matter. If you're dollar cost averaging your DCA strategy, it doesn't matter. It's long term. The idea is you're not looking to make a quick dollar. And I mean, I get it. We all come here for that reason. But at the end of the day, if that's why you're here and you can't transition your mind from I need to make a quick buck to I need to hold this long term to change the lives of myself and my family, don't let the proverbial door hit you in the ass on your way out of this live stream. Okay, last but not least, I like to take a look at Monero. Been pretty consistent in this $150, $155 range, up 1.5% last 7 days, 2.3% in the last 24 hours. I see a huge use case in the cryptocurrency space for privacy coins. I just do. These governments are not going to go quietly into that good night. They're not going to just stop trying to see what you're spending your money on, control what you're spending your money on, whether that's via a CBDC or like they tried to do, see all your transactions over $600 in your bank account. But yet they keep spending. But yet the government is corrupt as the day is long. But yet There's no audits for the Pentagon. There's no audits of the Fed. Hell, who are they to audit? We're over $33 trillion in debt. We can barely pay the interest payment on the debt. And we keep increasing the debt because guess what? We got to keep spending because we got to send money to Ukraine. We got to send money to Israel. We got to send money to all those who kiss politicians' asses looking for that buck. Don't care if you like it. Don't care if you don't. Facts are what they are. All right. What I am going to do right now, however, because guess what? I need more beer. And my brother's not here. Philip, where are you? Wendy, you forgot to tell him. Nobody else seems to be joining in. Matter of fact, you know what? Before I do what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the link to join me again in the live chat. Here's the thing, and don't forget, make sure you come into live chat and vote. I really, really appreciate that. If there's any ties, I'm going to break the tie, but please make sure you vote. Also, if you're on Twitter cannot interact with the live chat on the streaming service, so I won't see it. But I will check any DMs to me on Twitter before we tally the final vote. So if you're watching on Twitter and you want to vote on Twitter, just send me a message and tell me what your vote is for any of these coins that you want me to DCA into. Hold on, let me clear that so you can see. So there they are. Again, LCX, H-Bar, Quant, Stellar, and Cardano. Those are your voting options. So head into the chat if you are here on Facebook or YouTube. And if you're on Twitter, send me a message. I will go there and check that before this stream is over. All right. So I am going to put on the video that I made yesterday about, well, you know what? I'm going to let it speak for itself while I run and grab me another drink. So let me just bring that up here. Basically telling you time's running out, man. If you're looking to DCA into crypto, yeah, time's here, DCA into crypto. All right, let me bring that up. Share screen here, YouTube. All right. I'm going to bring that up, put it on full screen. I'm going to step away for a minute, get myself another beer, and I'll be back. Hello, everybody. This is Keith from Crypto Coin Mindset. I hope this video finds you well today. And as always, I'm here to help you get your mindset on crypto. Now, I don't know if you tuned into the live stream I had yesterday. Remember, my live streams every Monday, Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and Friday nights for Crypto on the Rocks, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Yesterday, I talked about the Cointelegraph false tweet about the Bitcoin ETF approval from BlackRock and how it actually increased the price of Bitcoin upon the tweeting of that news by over 10%. Basically, what do you think is going to really happen if the false news, one news outlet falsely putting out that the Bitcoin ETF has been approved, sent Bitcoin price up by 10%? What the hell do you think is going to happen when it's actually approved and everybody is reporting about it? Hello? I have been saying now for, I don't know, months, since BlackRock threw their hat in the ring and put in an application with the SEC for a spot Bitcoin ETF, that now is the time to dollar cost average into Bitcoin. Get in now, because once it's approved, kiss these prices goodbye. Absolutely kiss them goodbye. And that false tweet proved my point. So, my question to you is, are you currently dollar cost averaging into cryptocurrency and Bitcoin in particular? Are you? If you're not, I don't know how much more plain it can be that, you know what, maybe you should. Again, as always, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, old guy on the interwebs. However, an old guy that can see the writing on the wall. And if you do your own research, so will you. Just saying. All right. That's it. Plain, simple. If you haven't started to DCA into Bitcoin, it might be a good time to do so. And if you want to see about a DCA, a dollar cost. Okay, that's enough of that. Let me remove that there. All right, there we go. So that was the video I put out yesterday, just kind of recapping my Wednesday live stream. Speaking of which, the Wednesday live stream, oh my God, like 15 minutes, I had no audio. Nobody told me. By the time I figured it out, I was about 15 minutes into the damn live stream. And I was like, oh, man. So I had to go back through and kind of recap everything I had already done. Oh, what a pain in the ass that was, I got to tell you. So, yeah, anyway, but you should still watch the live stream. I went back through everything. It's Wednesday's live stream. And just fast forward to about 15, 16 minutes in, and then you'll see me all embarrassed that I forgot to turn my microphone on, and you'll see me basically having to recap everything I had just said to prove my point about the tweet, the Bitcoin price, and the fact that maybe you want to be doing a little bit of DCA into cryptocurrency at this point in time. Just saying. I see we got a bunch of people out there jumping in right now into the live stream, and I appreciate everybody jumping in. And cheers to you. Hopefully you got a drink with you. You can sit here. The live chat is open, and I am going to again put the link in the live chat so you can join me. Click that link. You'll end up in the back end of the live stream here on StreamYard, which is the service I use to stream. Right now we're streaming to YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. So, yeah. Also, please do not forget, you need to vote while you're here. Don't leave without voting, please, for one of these coins for us to DCA into. Do it into the live chat, please. You can do it right from either Facebook or YouTube. If you're on Twitter, send me a direct message on Twitter, and I will check it prior to people laughing at me. They're sending me. I'm getting text messages from people who are watching in the listen, you gotta go into the live chat. Go into the live chat and come on, tell me what you want to vote for. Again, LCX, HBAR, Quant, Stellar, or Cardano. Come on, put something in there. Yes, I've got beer. This is crypto on the rocks, man. It's some kind of alcohol all the time. I got to vote for Bitcoin. Listen, Bitcoin we put into $15. So I'm going to recap again because obviously I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you voting. But the $15 of the $25 that we use to dollar cost average every week goes into Bitcoin regardless. That is a given. What I would like you to vote for is one of the other coins that we're going to take $10 of that $25 and we're going to put it into that particular coin. So again, matter of fact, you know what? Let me bring this up full screen and we'll go through them live right now. So obviously Bitcoin is a given. LCX, again, for those in the United States, we can't earn any money on this. We can buy it, but then all we can do is basically hold it at this point. LCX is basically a fintech company that focuses on the tokenization of assets. They have a cryptocurrency exchange. They're based in Liechtenstein, which is over in Europe. And this is one of Philip's favorites. They have a bunch of other things, but their biggest thing right now is a digital trading exchange. Cardano. Anyone who's been around here for any length of time knows I am a huge fan of Cardano. Proof of stake blockchain that basically is a layer 1. It is, I think personally that eventually Cardano is going to be something that far overtakes Ethereum. So that's just my opinion. And Cardano is one of those coins that we can stake. And so once when we buy this, that's going to go into a staking pool, and we're going to earn a return on that as if it was you. Because again, this is to show you that you can do exactly what we're doing for as little as $25 per week. You can honestly do it for whatever amount you want, but $25 a week, $25 a week. You can't scoff at that. Then there's Stellar. That's what we was the winner last week in the vote. Stellar XLM. Basically, again, open source, decentralized blockchain that is meant to help move cash much more frictionlessly across different money ecosystems. Okay. So Stellar, very, very good option, if you ask me. Quant is basically meant for financial institutions. TradFi. It's basically meant to help developers be able to utilize legacy system assets and put them on the blockchain without having to know a coding language. It's basically, think of Quant like the hub of what's going to be the probably initially CeFi, so the cross section of traditional centralized finance and decentralized finance, or DeFi, that we have on all these other blockchains. And then, of course, HBAR, which is Hedera Hashgraph. Again, decentralized network. Basically, it uses a completely different protocol to process transactions. There is staking for HBAR, I didn't put a lot of information about that on this slide because I'm still in the process of putting that information together. But watch for that. We can stake HBAR, and we will stake HBAR if and when we end up with HBAR or Hedera as part of the investment portfolio we're doing here. So again, please, for Lori, you get another vote. You voted for Bitcoin, but guess what? We're already doing Bitcoin. So vote for one of these other ones: LCX, HBAR, Quant, Stellar, or Cardano, please. Appreciate that. Really do. And I can see we've got a few more people here in the live chat. Whoa, oh, I think we got Philip. Hang on. Let me get him in here.
Oh, God.
There he is. There he is. Hang on. Let me fix that. Philip, how's it going, brother?
Hey.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I had to wash the dishes after I ate supper. And because Wendy went down to be with her dad. So I had to eat, I had to wash dishes, got all cleaned up. Then I was like, oh God, I'm so tired. So I headed to bed, got in bed, and I get a text from Wendy. No, I had a text from Wendy that says, Keith.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, that's right. I gotta get back up.
Damn him.
Gotta sit down in my chair so I can be with Keith. So here I am.
I appreciate you being here. I really, really do. You know I do. I love when you join me. I love when you join me. So hey, listen, I was just reminding, I don't know if you heard what I was saying. I was just reminding everybody to vote.
Yeah.
So we can do a DCA. And you know what we're going to do in a few minutes here. Now that Philip's here, we'll go through and I'll show you what our DCA portfolio looks like in a minute. But again, let me put that back up on the screen. This is what your choices are here. LCX, H-bar, Quant, Stellar, and Cardano. So, Lori, I know you voted for Bitcoin. Please come back in here. Send another vote in, please, so that way we can actually count your vote. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right. So how's your week been, my brother?
Busy.
I understand.
Busy. I've had several different appointments, so I've been busy, tired. So
I get that, man. I when I logged on, I was looking at myself in the screen and I was like, holy crap, I look like somebody kicked the crap out of me. I'm so tired. That's too much. That's too much.
Yeah, life is challenging, isn't it? Yeah, I had an appointment in Belfast this afternoon, so I stopped at Bowen's on my way home.
Yep.
Yeah. Had 3 beers. So
that's not bad.
Yeah, but I had to drive home, dude.
Yeah, I understand. I understand.
But I had food, so I was good.
Yep. Yeah, I just ate myself. Yep.
They were small ones, like 8 ounce.
That's nothing. What'd you have? Anything good?
My favorite, Bud Light.
I forgive you.
You know, as bad as they're getting the rap, no one's giving it away for free. They're still charging a lot of money for it.
Ain't that damn truth?
Yeah, but I asked a salesman about it, like the keg.
Yeah,
the keg is the cheapest I've ever seen it for a full barrel, and they're charging like beyond $5, and it's costing like $1. So they're making like ungodly amount of percent on it. I don't get that. Why don't they give it to the customer at a fair deal?
I wish I had the answer to that, my friend.
Yeah, well,
I really do.
Listen, the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, remember a couple weeks ago, I was telling you about a book. I don't know if I can get this where you can see it.
The Bitcoin book?
Yeah, the Bible and Bitcoin. I just finished it.
Yeah.
And I am going to, next week, I'm going to ship you one to your house because I want you to read it. I think you will very much appreciate that. I'm going to go back now that I finished it because I like to go through, read the book, especially one that's this size. It's like easy read. Go through, read the book, and now I'm going to go back through.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start highlighting things. So I want to send it to you. I'm going to send it to you. I'll send you a text once it's on its way. That way you know.
Listen, I have a question.
Lori, thank you for voting again. Lori's voting for Stellar. So there's another vote for Stellar.
Excellent. We like Stellar.
Yes, we do.
XLM, that's a nice one.
It is indeed.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I'll let you know about that, brother. I really think you'll appreciate this book. I really
All
do.
right. I'm looking forward to it. What do I owe you for that? Do you take
Philip froze
Bitcoin
up.
or pay?
Brother, you don't got to pay me. This is a gift for you.
Oh, God.
Gift for you, my friend. I think you'll
Well,
appreciate it.
Without my glasses on, everything looks blurry.
Well, right now, on my end, you're doing a Mitch McConnell.
Yep, now I'm back.
On your end, not on my end. You're still Mitch McConnell on my end.
Really? Oh,
yeah. But I can hear you. You're not moving on the screen, but I can hear you, and that's okay. That's half the battle. That's half the battle. Anybody else wants to join us? Again, link to join is in the live chat. If matter of fact, I'll go check Twitter in a minute. If you are voting, you can't access the live chat on Twitter, so send me a direct message, and I will jump in there and see what people are talking about on Twitter.
I always have a bunch of questions, but I always forget to write them down.
Well, there you are. Hey, you're moving again. Welcome back.
Yeah.
I'm going to check on Twitter right now while you feel free. Talk to the peeps.
No, I was just trying to remember my questions. I had a couple of questions I was going to ask you.
That's okay. Go ahead.
I should write them down. That way I don't forget them.
Yes, you should. Just saying.
Because it's stuff I see on Google, or on YouTube, or something someone says, and I'm like, okay, that'd be an interesting question to ask Keith. So,
yep. All right, we got one message to me on Twitter, and I appreciate that. Thank you again. I know for you on that are watching on Twitter, it's a little bit of a pain in the ass, so I apologize about that. But we have a quant vote on Twitter. So we've got one for Stellar, one for quant. What say you there, Mr. Phillip?
Well, I haven't checked the prices. Where's quant right now?
You know what? Let's bring it up and take a look.
Because that would determine.
Quant was around $85 when I checked earlier. Let's refresh the page here. So Bitcoin still holding steady, 29.6.
That's good.
Your favorite, Philip loves XRP, and rightly so. Hey, Philip, did you hear about that?
No.
Hold on, let me bring this back here. Did you hear about the SEC deciding that they were going to drop charges against the founders of XRP?
No, I did not.
Well, that's news. I guess they threw that out there end of day yesterday. So now, hence you see, I mean, XRP was in like 48-cent range. It took a jump
47, 48.
Yeah, it's now over 51 cents. And I'm going to guess that and the general money in the actual market, crypto market itself, is due to that basically capitulation by the SEC. Yeah, Gary Gensler was basically, okay, that's it. We're done. And I'm glad to hear that, frankly. I'm glad to hear that. I think the SEC has one more case pending out there, not to mention the appeal from Library that was filed maybe about a month ago now. So I'm hoping that these both of them that are left over can kick Gary Gensler in his ball sack and screw him. Yeah, exactly.
We call that in Spanish. You call it cabiba.
I'll take your. I got nothing. I sound like a dingbat. All right, let's keep looking. We were supposed to be checking quant.
Yeah.
Cardano, just to go down the list of what we got 25. There, 25.
Yep.
Let's see, where are we? Okay, I don't see it right there. Oh, here's Stellar right here. 10.7. And let me just pull quant up right here.
Oh, you kept going a little further, you'd have seen it.
Yeah, but this will keep right there. $86.49. Whoops.
Oh.
So that is the current price of. Oops. Damn, man. There we go.
That's still a good price for quant. I mean,
oh my God, that's a great price for quant.
Yeah.
Great price.
Yeah. No, that's a good price for quant. I think LCX earlier in the week dropped below 4.
Yeah, it did. But I think it's back up because I checked it earlier because I had to populate the pricing in right here 4047. So about 4.5 cents.
Yeah.
No, sorry, about just
4.
over 4 cents. Sorry.
So I remember one of my questions, and one of my questions was, for those of us who are fairly new in crypto and we're trying to understand like how it all plays out, and the different exchanges always are talking about, like Uphold has this thing going now. If you do some trading, blah blah blah, you're the more you trade, for every trade you get a vote. No, yeah, you get a vote toward receiving 10,000 XRPs,
Really?
right? Yeah, that's on Uphold, or it
Huh.
was. I don't know if the time is expired or not, but I don't really do much with there. I still have I have some XRP on Uphold, and I'd like to move that off of there. Put everything, obviously, either in a wallet.
Yep.
Everything in a wallet. I just don't want to have. I know you're all about having multiple wallets. I don't know. I just like to have a wallet, like, and have an exchange, and so that in case my mind goes, I know what I have. It's very simple. But anyway, my thing was, I was thinking about this. So a lot of these companies talk about, I don't know. Somehow, I'm trying to equate crypto toward like hanging on to crypto like you would like a stock, like a bust or boom. Is
Yep.
there comparison between, you always hear about, okay, the bull run. Once the bull run's over, then everything drops again. Is that the bust and boom in
Yes.
crypto? But they just call it a bull run instead. For every bull
Yes.
run, do you
To
always
that.
have a crash afterwards for everything that's a crypto?
Well, but that's not exclusive to cryptocurrency. That kind of boom bust cycle is in pretty much all
Right,
of your asset classes,
right, right.
including the commodities.
Oh, absolutely. So I guess my question is, someone who's new at crypto, by investing in crypto versus the stock market, and can I look at my crypto like, I don't really want to trade it. I don't really want to, like, I'm in it for the long haul.
Which is
Like you
smart.
would be with like some stock, for example, if you buy a stock, like had you bought, say, we talked about
Priceline, I
price.
think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, if you saw that it got up to 50, like from $12 to $50, you might have sold it thinking, oh, this is great.
Yep.
But I was thinking, I've looked at predictions of all of these different ones that you're talking about here on this live chat. And the idea is that by 2030, which is what, 7 years from now, which seems like a long time for some people, but I think when you get to
But
be a
that's
certain
really
age,
nothing.
yeah,
Yeah,
when you
that's
get to a
nothing.
certain age, you're like, geez, 7 years went by pretty quick. So I think that by 2030, a lot of these stocks, or excuse me, cryptos that are pennies on the dollar, worth pennies, like, LCX is pennies pretty much, H bar is pennies, LCX, not LCX, XLM, 10 cents, 11 cents, it's still pennies.
Yep.
Even XRP at 51 cents, it's still reasonable. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
so out 7 years, what I've looked at is that all of those that I just mentioned are supposed to be, the prediction is that could be at $20. I mean,
Yep.
now if you looked at a stock and said, okay, I bought it for this, and 10 years later it's only worth $20. I mean, you may not buy that stock. I understand that. But in essence, when you're buying a crypto for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cents or 50 cents, $20 is a heck of an investment when you look back and say, yeah, I bought LCX at 4 cents on the dollar.
Yep.
I mean, you can buy $100 worth of LCX and get like 2,500 LCX. Well, if you multiply that by $20, that's
Yep.
25,000, right?
Yep.
Isn't it? You add the zero, it's 25,000.
Yeah, add the zero. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that's a hell of a return for $100.
Yes.
Right. So can I compare that? Is it okay? Is for those that are of us who are new, can we we're trying to grasp what all this is about. And I understand that, I understand that I can see that the world, like the euro, there were the German marks, there was the British money, there was French money, Spanish money, Italian money. Everybody had different monies, but now it's the euro, right?
Yes.
And I can see how it's not only beneficial to people traveling in that area, they don't have to worry about the exchange,
Right.
but it just makes sense. And so for me, I think it makes sense to have a universal kind of money that wherever you go, and traveling today, I mean, if you look up in the skies at any given time, especially at certain times of the day, you can count 6, 7, 8, 9 aircraft at one time. Never mind if you sat there and counted them for an hour, you'd probably count 20 or 30 aircraft.
Yeah,
right.
Or looked on the FAA website where it shows you all of the aircraft in the air.
Like
Holy crap.
Flightlander. I do that Flightlander app, and there's hundreds, if not thousands. But what I'm saying is, it's travel today. You can go from here to, Singapore. Is Singapore and Japan, right? Tokyo, Singapore. Where's that at? Singapore.
Isn't that in Thailand?
Thailand. Thank you. So you can go from here to Singapore. You can go from here to Tokyo. You can go to Australia. Never mind all the other European countries. And wouldn't it be nice if you didn't have to go to an exchange and change you could just have the currency that you could spend it like a card with Bitcoin or whatever you had.
Yep.
Any crypto, you could just instantly, within minutes, exchange LCX, the 25,000, if that's, hypothetically, I'm saying that, into 25,000, whatever that currency is, and pay for something.
Yes. Well, and again, that is the idea behind Bitcoin. That's literally the idea behind Bitcoin. So it doesn't matter. You could cross borders and you're on the same standard. You're not utilizing a fiat currency like we are with US dollar, euros, yen, whatever. And yes, Philip. I mean, for the new people, I think to get back to your original question, who are trying to wrap their head around what cryptocurrency is, probably the nearest thing in the current traditional finance system is stocks. So, if you understand stocks, at least that gives you a starting point for cryptocurrency. It being far crypto and Bitcoin cryptocurrency being far and superior to stocks in that, these are privately owned. It is property that you own versus a stock. I mean, I guess technically you own the stock, but at the end of the day, that's company stock, right?
Right.
So it's like, as much as you own the stock, it's not like your private keys in cryptocurrency that once you have them,
right,
you control them, you own it, period. no one else can do anything with that unless you give them access to do so.
Right, but the interesting thing about that versus stock is that crypto, what creates crypto to increase in value, and that is it not the function like XLM or Quant or even XRP? Aren't those like major players when you think of, especially Quant and XRP, major players to have money travel through this cyber? It's almost like a cyber space.
Well, yeah.
You know, it's like talking on the telephone, or it's like having good internet because you have the cable. You know, you have the, what do they call that? The what's the cable line that they use now?
Yeah, the Cat 6.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that sort of? I mean, that's all done within wires. That's all done within this cyber kind of space. You can't grab a hold of the cable amount. You can't grab it, but someone owns it. I know that there's people that own it, like Verizon, T-Mobile, you know, people like that control it, and they charge you for their usage. And where crypto wouldn't be quite like that, but it's the value, isn't that based on, like you say that, like Bank of America, that's Ripple, and Bank of America Ripple slash XRP. So XRP will be the provider, but Quant is sort of like the big, like a substation. So it goes from, you know, all the banks through Quant in order for the regular schmo like myself, the regular consumer, to take advantage of, not they're taking advantage of any like edible stuff. What it is, it's taking advantage of speed and service, right? Because
yeah, but again,
is that remember, right? Am I thinking right?
Well, Quant, and we got a couple of questions I want to get to, but Quant, think of Quant like giving TradFi, so those banks you were just mentioning, the ability to function on the blockchain without needing to understand how to do certain coding in every particular blockchain. They can literally have interoperability, whether it's Ethereum, Avalanche, Solana, whatever, via Quant as the hub.
Right.
That's what that's what Quant is meant for. And then you were talking about XRP, and there we've had a lot of news, which is why I was like, why is XRP so weak over the last few, you know, in price action over the last few weeks? And the point being that you've got banks around the world starting to adopt XRP as the rails, which is what that's going to be, the rails to send money from point A to point B at the speed of light. Oh, now, think of XRP kind of like Western Union and MoneyGram.
Yeah.
Except that it does it instantaneously for like a fraction of a penny.
Right.
So I'm gonna jump over here for a second, Philip, because I want to get to a couple of these questions. Okay.
Yep.
Thomas Bergen, apologize if I butchered that name. What's your thought on Monero? Well, Thomas, you missed me. You missed me earlier in this live stream talking about Monero, actually. I am very much a Monero fan. Personally, I am very much a privacy coin fan. I believe that privacy coins are going to have a huge role going forward as we transition away from fiat currency and CBDCs that are slowly being rolled out by various countries across the globe. I believe, and you know, for those who have been on my channel for any length of time, you know, I keep saying that the U.S. government is literally got a bounty on Monero's head here at this point. They're they're willing to pay, and I forgot what the actual price is. I'd have to go back and look it up, so I apologize. But they're willing to pay a hacker some ungodly amount of money if they can hack Monero. Well, why is that? Because at the end of the day, they want to see what. So for Thomas, I don't know if you're here in the U.S. or if you're in the EU or whatever, but for those of us here in the United States, you got the FJB administration looking to find out, if you make any transactions over $600, what the holy hell you're doing. Screw them. Which is again why I believe that the idea of privacy coins is going to actually have a huge impact on cryptocurrency adoption as we go forward. And for those who are watching who are not familiar with what a privacy coin is, Monero is probably the most popular privacy coin currently in the cryptocurrency space. Head on over to my blog, cryptocoinmindset.com. In the search bar, put privacy coins, and you'll get all kinds of information about privacy coins. And I break down exactly what they are, some of the different protocols that are being used. I talk about Monero, and it'll give you a better understanding of exactly what they are. So, Thomas, I appreciate your question. And my thought on Monero is everybody should have some, quite frankly. And for those who like mining but want to keep it simple, stupid, you can't keep it any simpler than utilizing the GUI wallet to mine Monero. Now, that doesn't mean, and I've said this a number of times, I put out a couple of videos about it, you're not going to get rich overnight. You're not going to get a shit ton of Monero in your wallet by mining it, but you will slowly and surely continue to accumulate Monero. Now, that doesn't mean don't go buy it, but if you're looking to earn it, you can mine Monero on your computer, and boom, that's simple. I think Monero and other privacy coins, and I'll tell you what the other privacy coins are that I like. I like Pirate Chain. Ticker is R. ARR, like the pirate. R. I really see that as a good privacy coin. Another one that I am fond of and have invested in is Darrow. Darrow has a lot of other aspects to it that again I don't want to get into that on Crypto on the Rocks. That's not what it's meant for. But you can build. You can utilize smart contracts on Darrow, much like you can Ethereum, etc. But again, all of it's private. So those are the two other privacy coins beside Monero that I think have a good use case as we go forward toward 2030, like Philip mentioned. So let's go to we've got another question here. The same gentleman, Thomas. Hey, Thomas, while I'm thinking about it, if you still appreciate it while you're here, I'll bring it up real quick. We DCA every week here, $25. 15 of it goes into Bitcoin every week, regardless. But I let everyone here. Matter of fact, let me get that out of the way. Vote on what else we DCA into. LCX is one of our options. HBAR, Quant, Stellar, and Cardano ADA. So if you don't mind, while I'm answering your question, jump in, vote for me. Or vote for one of those. I'd appreciate it. We're going to put $10 DCA into whichever one comes out on top this week. So let me go back here real quick. There we are. And let me bring that question back up. So his question is, with CBDCs and Bitcoin being traceable and the mining turning into a central point of failure, do you think Monero may be a better option? There's a lot to unpack in that question there, Thomas. You're really trying to make me work for my money right now after I've had a couple of beers. All right, here's my thought process. Oh, wait. Hold on 1 second. Thomas just sent another message. Let me bring it up in case it has to do with this. Except my mouse is like frozen here. There we go. Sorry, I just hoped I missed the beginning. Oh, it's not a problem missing the beginning. I understand, my friend. I couldn't agree more. Are you a fan of Cosmos ecosystem and what they're I gotta put my glasses on, sorry. And what they have going on over there with the interchain. I'm from the US, out of Massachusetts. Okay, well, we'll forgive you from being from Massachusetts because I can say that because I was born and raised in Massachusetts. But let's take those one at a time. Okay, CBDCs. For those who are watching who don't understand what a CBDC is, it is a central bank digital currency. Basically, right now, think about like the US dollar. You don't, I mean, yes, you can have a physical US dollar and, that's legal tender, correct? Yes. However, most times when you have, and this is, I'm trying to make it where you can understand it, okay? Because again, it's new terms, new technology, and trying to kind of put that out there to help people to understand. The central bank is, and in this case for the United States, is the Fed. And the Fed currently, and we'll talk about Fed now in a minute, has been looking to put together CBDCs. They've done several testings with major banks, such as Wells Fargo, for example, players like Visa, MasterCard, for example, and they're looking to put together a CBDC that would eventually be rolled out to you and I, the average person, who instead of getting US dollars, so when you go to work and you get, you earn whatever your weekly wages, and it gets transferred from your employer's bank to your bank account, it would end up being a CBDC, so a standard unit of account. Now, a CBDC is centralized, hence the name, and it is going to be, in the case of the United States, run by the Fed. There are current CBDCs already in place, such as China is the most popular right now. There are some other smaller countries that already have CBDCs that are run by their central banks. But basically, think of a CBDC as the antithesis of cryptocurrency. Okay, cryptocurrency done right, I keep saying that, so done right, is a decentralized currency. So no one person controls it. It cannot be manipulated, bar like something for Bitcoin, like a 51% attack, which would be so cost intensive, it is damn near impossible to do it. Okay. A CBDC, on the other hand, is controlled by the central bank. The central bank controls everything that has to do with the programming of that CBDC, which is a closed system, by the way. So here's the worry and why you see a lot of anti-CBDC legislation going through Congress right now, that they can program it to allow you to spend it, maybe allow you not to spend it. They can choose what you can spend it on. They can choose how much you spend. They can pick and choose winners and losers with their CBDC. For example, we already know that, they're trying to crush the Second Amendment. So enter a CBDC. Guess what? You can't use your CBDC to go buy firearms. You can't use your CBDC to go buy ammunition. Easy peasy. It's the click of a button for them. Let's say they want to push their green initiative. So, heaven forbid, that everything's got to be green, greenhouse gases. Oh, shut that. Anyway, they can tell you, guess what? You've had too much meat. You bought too much meat this week. No more meat for you. Cows are farting everywhere. Okay. They can say, guess what? You should have an electric vehicle, even though electric vehicles at this point are worse than freaking gas vehicles. But you need an electric vehicle. You can't have any more gas for your vehicle this week. Who knows? Who knows what they can control and program into that money? Okay.
Right.
They can program anything. Think about it. It's actually kind of scary when you think about what they can do. Talk 1984. CBDCs are literally 1984 incarnate. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency.
What happened in 1984?
Aha. No, I'm referring to the book 1984. But thank you, Philip. What happened in 1984? I graduated from high school. That's what the hell happened in 1984. Anyway, so I am no fan of CBDCs. Oh, and the Fed has already started there are different types of CBDCs. There are to keep it simple, wholesale and retail CBDCs. The Fed already has wholesale DBC. Wow. I need another beer. CBDCs. They call it Fed Now. And any of these businesses, banks, whatever, that are tied into the system can have instant settlements 24/7, 365 by utilizing the systems that are already in place by the Fed. Retail CBDCs are what you and I are going to get thrown, basically, and we're going to have that, or potentially have that dystopian future that I was just talking about. So there's that. Let me try and pick out a couple other pieces of this question he's got here. Bitcoin being traceable. Hey, Molly, how's it going? Hi, sweetheart. Hi. She's like, I don't care. He's petting me. It's all good.
She's all about crypto too.
Yeah, we love Molly. She's our mascot.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so Bitcoin being traceable and mining turning into a central point of failure. Do you think Monero is a better option? Okay, a couple of things I want to unpack there. Bitcoin being traceable. Okay, Bitcoin, for those who don't know, is what's called pseudonymous. So basically, it's meant to have some sense of anonymity to it. Assuming you don't give people like, yeah, this is my Bitcoin address. They don't know that that's yours. Now, if you're using a centralized cryptocurrency exchange, and if you don't know the difference between a centralized and a decentralized cryptocurrency exchange, again, cryptocoinmindset.com, put that in the search bar. I have done extensive articles that'll break it all down for you and explain it as simply as I can. But if you're using a centralized cryptocurrency exchange, which is the major option that we have here in the United States, well, then, yeah, they're going to be able to, because you have to KYC to get your account. Right? Philip, you have to KYC for Uphold, correct?
KYC stands for?
You had to show them your license and that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
So for these exchanges that are centralized, you got to KYC. You got to show them, you prove you are who you say you are, basically, is what KYC is. And once you send that off the exchange into a wallet address, well, then they know what your wallet address is, okay? And entities like Chainalysis, for example, are able to then track what you're doing with that money. So if you do it that way, then yes, what Thomas is saying here is true, that Bitcoin then becomes trackable or traceable, he says here. Mining turning into a central point of failure. Thomas, with all due respect, I don't know if I agree with that. Yes, especially these days where in order to mine, you have to be, you can't mine Bitcoin on your computer anymore, which you used to be able to do, versus what he's saying here. What do I think about Monero being a better option? Monero, you can only mine on your computer. So I guess if we're going to look at it from that point of view, so can I mine it on my computer? Then yes, Monero is the better option. Yes, I think so. If we're going to talk about like overall decentralization, honestly, I don't. I get it. You got to use pools with Bitcoin and stuff, and there's an argument to be made for that. But I I'm okay, frankly, either way, mining Bitcoin or Monero. However, again, mining Monero you can do on your computer. And security tip for those who are listening, who are thinking, I'm going to download a GUI wallet and I'm going to start mining Monero. Use a separate computer. Use a computer that you use for nothing beside cryptocurrency. Make sure that computer has virus and firewall protections. Make sure you're utilizing a VPN. If you're looking for information about either of those, go into the description of this live stream. I have recommendations there that I personally use. And make sure that you are utilizing a dedicated computer for crypto. Okay?
Otherwise, what would happen?
You know what? Good question. You open yourself up and
Right.
your computer crypto up to being hacked. Because you know, again, if you're utilizing your computer to do what most people utilize the computer to do, browse the internet, yada, yada, yada. Now, remember, you should always have your security in mind when you're online. I don't give a crap what the hell you're doing, but especially with cryptocurrency. You should be using a VPN. You should be using encrypted email. You should be utilizing a security browser. I recommend Brave. I love Brave. Link in the description below. Cost you nothing. You can download it for free. I can't even remember how many people, millions of people use Brave right now. It's basically, just for those who don't know what Brave browser is, it's basically Google Chrome without all the tracking shit that Google does to track you.
Right.
Thank you very much. It's built literally on Chromium, but without all the trackers. And if you're really security conscious, you can actually use Tor browser, Tor as part of the browser. So for those who don't know what Tor is, think of Tor is meant to be like an onion. Matter of fact, that's their icon is an onion, because it encrypts your information through multiple layers. Hence the idea of peeling an onion. Okay?
Right.
But you don't need to utilize that to have those safeguards with Brave, just so you know. So those are the bare minimums. And if you want to know more, again, I did an entire series on my website, cryptocoinmindset.com, on how to help to make sure that you are like as secure as you can be online. Go check that out. Read through all the articles, you name it, I put it out there. And look, here's another option. I don't have a link in the description below, but I can put it there if you want it. I don't know if you can see that. It's a YubiKey. It's basically like a third factor authentication. So you have to have this key with you to log into whatever you set it up on. So like for me, I had somebody try to hack into my crypto coin mindset on Google. So I locked them out, and then I reset all my security. So now you need one of these in order to log into my account. And that's on purpose. That's on purpose, because there ain't nobody else that needs to be logging into my account, and I have that with me all the time. So that's just an additional extra layer option.
That looks, you know what else it looks like?
For those who are looking for security.
That little.
I'm sorry?
Pull that little piece up again.
Yep, 1 second.
Yeah. That little piece looks like one of those things that you vape with. You know what I mean?
Oh, I love you, brother. I love you. You're too much. But yes.
So you have multiple purpose. You have security and vaping at the same time.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. Let me see. I just want to wrap this up because I see I got another input here from TCB is here in the chat. I wanna bring his up, and then
that was really a great quick 3 questions within a question on that. That was pretty cool.
Yes, and I appreciate it. So for those who don't mind Monero, what do you got to lose? Just use a dedicated computer. All right, let me get rid of that. And just to get back to his last thing here, fan of Cosmos. You want the truth? I don't know that I am necessarily a fan. Okay, I got nothing against Cosmos. Let's put it that way. But it's not something that I am necessarily investing into or otherwise promoting to other people. Again, nothing against it. I know that a lot of people in the, especially some major YouTubers in the ecosystem are all about Cosmos. I don't know. Me, not so much. And again, much like, for example, Philip, he picks on me all the time because he loves XRP. But I'm like, I'm not necessarily a fan of XRP. You know, I got nothing against it, but, you know, that's kind of how I feel about Cosmos. That's kind of how I feel about Cosmos.
It's all right. I'll invite you onto the boat when the time comes.
Amen, brother. All right. And then he says right here, I'm from the U.S. Out of Massachusetts. Listen, I appreciate that. Like I said, honestly, both Philip and I are in the New England area. So, and I go back and forth between Massachusetts all the time. So I'm looking to for different crypto things going on in this area. Matter of fact, New Hampshire has a great area for crypto stuff. Thomas, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, and if I'm doing something local, I'll put it out there, and maybe you can meet up with us. I'd appreciate that, and I appreciate your questions. Thank you very much for those. And again, I'm gonna be wrapping up the voting piece of this, so voting. There we go. We're having some issues with the StreamYard server. But please vote in the live chat. And for those who are watching on Twitter, send me a direct message and I will go check that out and add in the vote. Right now, we have 1 vote for Stellar, 1 vote for Quant. Your options are LCX, HBAR, Hedera Hashgraph, Quant, Stellar or XLM, and Cardano ADA. So if you guys could please vote, I'd really appreciate that support. So we get it good and level. All right, let's see what we got. We got TCB in the house. Tiny Crypto Blog, glad you're here. Yes, Brave is the shiz. That's the truth. Brave browser. I mean, if you know how to use Google Chrome, Brave is easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It operates exactly the same, except it blocks all the trackers and so on and so forth. Again, I did an entire breakdown about the Brave browser on my website. Go check it out, cryptocoinmindset.com. Go in the search bar, put Brave in there, and read through what I got. And for those who use Brave browser, you can earn the BAT token in Brave browser. So you can basically see ads. So normally what happens in like Google is they track your information, they read your emails, all this other bullshit that they're doing. And what they do is they then retarget that information and have it where you get to see ads about stuff you're talking about, which is why people all the time say something like, oh, I was just talking about buying a grill or something. And then all of a sudden they're seeing 100 ads all over the place for grills. Well, that's because Google reads your damn emails. Yahoo reads your damn emails. Bing reads your damn emails. And all the information that you're sending back and forth, that does not happen with Brave browser. Okay, Brave helps to streamline that, and you can put the settings as high or as low or wherever that you want, and you can see ads that people pay to show you. So, in other words, you can opt in for, I think you can do up to 5 ads an hour, and the amount of BAT you earn, the amount of BAT token you can earn varies depending on the advertiser. However, you can watch that ad if you want, or not watch that ad. The choice is yours. And if you watch the ad, they pay you to watch it. Talk about a complete paradigm shift with regard to advertising in the crypto space, right? I mean, hello. But yes, Tiny Crypto Blog, thanks for being here, brother. I really appreciate it. And yeah, Brave is the shit. Brave's the shit. All right, let's see what we got here. Thomas is I gotta put my glasses back on. It is true, big mining farms that are compliant, that are in compliance with the US is blocking BTC and has used in the dark market. It's rumors I've heard. You know, there are a lot of rumors out there, and I'm not gonna say yes, no, maybe. But yes, I mean, there are, again, it's like anything else. You have to have a pool, and in order to get the max amount of rewards potentially from, did I lose Philip? Uh-oh, might have lost Philip.
I had to let the dog out.
Ah, gotcha. Welcome back. So yes, they're again, if you're looking for something that's easy peasy mineability, Monero is definitely the thing. And Thomas put in another one, fungibility, major concern with BTC. I understand your concerns about that. And you know what, Tiny Crypto Blog, if you are still in here, it looks like you are. I see a couple of things, a couple of messages in here. Tiny Crypto Blog has one of the most unique perspectives I've ever seen on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So I appreciate that. I wish he would was able to jump in. I know he's got family things going on, so he might only be able to be in the live chat. But sir, if you're still in the live chat, Brian, jump in on this. What's your thought process about the fungibility of Bitcoin? Jump in with that, please. All right, and speaking of TCB, Tiny Crypto Blog, he's voting ADA. So now we got like a three-way tie going on, Philip. You still got to vote, don't forget. So we got a vote for we got some votes for ADA, Quant, and Stellar right now. Let's see what we got here. Since I've used Brave, I never watched a YouTube ad since. Yeah, exactly. Brave browser is amazing, man. Brave browser is amazing. I love Brave. It's on all the devices that I use. And you know what? I don't mind earning a little BAT token in the process of, you know, blocking other crap that I don't want people to see what the holy hell's going on. Sorry, winner. It's also great for Android devices. Exactly. I my Androids, doesn't matter. Boom. That's what I use. And yes. Brave browser is, I don't use Opera. I don't use Safari. I use Brave. All right. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate that. I appreciate all that. Thank you very much. All right. Where are we here? Marathon did have some OFAC compliant blocks back in 2021. Don't know if they've bothered since. Appreciate that input there, TCB. Appreciate that. For those who don't know what OFAC is, Office of Financial, and you know what? Before I butcher it, I'll Google it. So I say it correctly. Yeah, Office of Foreign Asset Control. So basically, it's the movement of money between different countries. In particular, they're based out of the U.S. for their attempt is to protect us from terrorist activity, et cetera, et cetera. You're welcome, Thomas. You're welcome. I appreciate you being here. Like I said, make sure that if you want to also jump into the help me. Having a brain for. I need another beer, Philip. You're gonna have to take control in a minute. And newsletter. That's it. My email. The link is in the description below. That way you'll get notified every time I go live or every time I got something going on, whatever. So link is in the description below for that. So oops. So you may want to go ahead and do that down below. But you're welcome, sir. I appreciate you being here and asking the questions. I really do. What do we got here? TCB. I guess the question is, what is the fungibility issue with other crypto tokens? Oh, I wish you were here to talk about that right now. Fungibility is the major issue that people who are anti-Bitcoin seem to utilize, and I guess in the scheme of things, that was an issue, especially in the beginning with Bitcoin. However, I see it as less of an issue now than I did previously. But again, TCB, feel free to jump in. We are talking in particular about fungibility with Bitcoin. If you have the opportunity, by all means, jump right in with that. And look, Thomas is voting for H-bar. We got like across the board here today. You know what, Philip? Here, talk for a couple of minutes. I'm going to go check Twitter and see if we got anything on Twitter. It's okay. You can handle it. Go ahead. You can do it. Let's see. I got any other messages on Twitter? Nope. No new votes on Twitter. So we got literally a tie across the board.
How many? Four different
we got Quant, we got H-bar, we got Stellar, and we have help me. ADA Cardano.
Yeah. So that means $2.50 each.
No. You gotta pick one. Come on, Philip. Where's your vote, brother? Come on. I don't need to be the tiebreaker tonight. You can be the tiebreaker unless someone else votes.
I know, but I can't vote if I'm on this.
Yes, you can tell me and we'll count it. You're here.
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know. I haven't I'm trying to think which one I haven't bought recently. And that would probably be ADA. I haven't bought Cardano recently, and their price is pretty good right now. So
is that your vote? I'm sorry, I got somebody texting me because I guess they're having a problem jumping into the live chat. So I'm just gonna answer this while you're talking. Sorry.
Well, I'm just putting it out there. I'm not saying that's what I would do, but I mean, I've been doing Quant a lot because Quant's, I think when it was 84, 85, I just thought, wow, that's good. I think even at 88, it's still worth, I mean, as long as it's down there. And I'm
why not, right?
Going to get up again, but it's such that if you spent $10, you'd have an eighth?
An eighth, basically, yeah.
So, I mean, I know that doesn't sound like a whole lot, but
yeah. But again, remember, the idea is to DCA in. So, I'm going to go get me another beer, my friend. Go ahead. You keep talking about that.
Well, I'm just saying. The other thing I wanted to ask Keith when he gets back is he had this, he was all about this guy the other day talking about crypto and how he makes his money and all this stuff. And I'm really interested in finding out what Keith did. I think Keith, he talked about the guy who was going to give out like $500 for five different people or something like that. But then also turned around and said he wanted $2,500 to get all the information. I want to ask Keith about that.
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. I could hear you say I got to ask a question, but I was too far away to hear the question.
No,
What's up?
The question is, and this is totally off of what we're talking about, is you had that conference call, whatever, the other day with that guy out in Los Angeles or some California or whatever, where he was giving you, whoever came online, you could win $500.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then, but then you mentioned, and I was a little confused about it. Then you mentioned that in order to get the whole gamut of his course, you had to pay him like $2,500.
Yeah, something like that. I don't remember the exact price. But it's I think you and I actually talked about this. Remember I was telling you I was using trading bots for a while, and I was so like confused, and then I signed up with this guy. He made me sign an NDA, which is why I can't talk too much about it right here.
Right.
But yeah, I had to pay. Matter of fact, I think when I got in, I want to say it was like almost $4,000. And but I mean, like literally every like setting, every position that you needed, and how to scout the best movers with to set up the bots and on which exchanges. Let's put it this way. I'm still part of his course, whatever you want to call it. But he breaks it down as much as you could possibly break it down. So like you could be as green as you want to be new to this space. And he's at that level. He starts at that level. So even the new person gets it.
Wow.
Even the new person can get it. So yeah, that's closed now, I believe. I don't think that's open anymore. He may reopen it again. He doesn't always. If we're lucky, once a year, generally. So I don't know that we're going to hear any more about that potentially. And a matter of fact, I know he just updated everything because I can see it in my back office that they've updated the training and all that kind of stuff. So
interesting. That's all I had. That was it. Nothing.
Okay. I'm going to TCB answered, and I got to put on my eyeballs because Lord knows I can't see this shit. If it comes down to utility and use, BTC can be used for the larger on-chain transactions, and you can use the Lightning Network for the little stuff. Yes. Plus the CC companies like BitPay. Oh, okay. I see. Credit card companies. Okay. You can, whoops. It looks like it got cut off here. Hold on. Fund a card using BTC, and they do that conversion to fiat. Yes, correct. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think back in the beginning, fungibility was more of an issue than it is today with regard to Bitcoin. And I understand. Go take care of the family. Family comes first, my friend. Go do what you got to do. Yeah. There are a lot of options, and matter of fact, when TCB was actually on here, if you remember, Philip, he was talking about the Fold app and stuff, where he was where you can basically turn your Bitcoin into like gift cards or whatever you wanted in order to buy. So that kind of thing, and it is still a Bitcoin equals a Bitcoin.
Right.
That's it, man. That's as it gets. Again, if you're looking for ease of mining, and that's why I'm trying to kind of separate it a little bit, I guess. Yeah, Monero is definitely easier, hands down. Less power intensive, less everything. I mean, literally, you can get an old computer, throw a Monero wallet on it, and bam, you're mining. It's like that, you know.
Wow.
So, yeah. What do we got here? Okay. Yeah, he just saw the reply. Yeah, you're welcome, Thomas. You're welcome. I'm glad. I hope we answered the question. I'm glad TCB was here to jump in with a little bit of insight. I would for those who are watching and haven't followed Tiny Crypto Blog, the link to his channel is in the description below of this live stream. Make sure you go ahead and give him a follow. Also, Crypto Jar and Financial Failure. I love that guy. He's so funny. If you haven't watched his videos. As a matter of fact, I'm in the process of working on a project with those two guys that will probably create another live stream or premiere or something on a weekly basis for me and those who are on my channel. So go ahead and stay tuned for that. I really appreciate that. That's coming. All right, there's Philip back. I thought there we are.
I keep dropping my phone. Sorry.
No, it's all right. I appreciate you being here, brother. All right. So did you come down on a vote or what? It looks like you're the deciding vote, man.
It's pretty stressful. But I'm going to stick with Quant.
All right.
I just think that's where it's low enough where I think.
Yeah, we should get a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, the little bit you get may turn out to be a lot eventually if you get enough of the little bits.
Well, and that's it right there. You just hit the nail on the head. And so, yep, Quant will be this week. That'll be the DCA for this week. So next week, we'll take a look at where we stand with that. So right now, though, let's go. Let me pull this off stage right now. And we're going to pull up the spreadsheet I did for our DCA. Let's bring that up. And now the current asset prices that you see listed here in this column right here, I did at the beginning of the live stream. So, I mean, prices obviously might have changed a little bit, but for the purposes of what we got going here, this is close enough for government work, as they say. So I've done 2 purchases into Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. I've done 2 purchases of Bitcoin, $15 a piece. The average buy-in price for Bitcoin was $28,217.41.5. We have 000095799 sats of Bitcoin. And the total current value of that amount of Bitcoin is $28.40. I've put in $30. We had $2.98 in fees. Now, remember, I am buying this on Coinbase, and I'm doing that on purpose because, again, most of my audience is in the United States, and the likelihood is high that they're going to be getting that on a centralized exchange like Coinbase. So I'm utilizing Coinbase for this DCA that we're doing. Their fees are astronomical. $2.98 in this case for 2 purchases, so about $1.50 a pop. So the net invested amount is $27.02. And currently, given the current price of Bitcoin minus all of the fees, we're actually up 4.86%, which is pretty damn good. You know what? Let me make that full screen. 4.86%. The first week it was 8 LCX, excuse me. So I've done 1 purchase of LCX. My buy-in price was just over 4 cents, as you can see here. We got 222 ... on LCX. The current price of LCX is slightly higher than what it was. So again, DCA value 903. It was only $1.99 basically out of the $10 we put in there. So net invested was 901. We're up 0.27% on that investment so far today. And last but not least, last week it was stellar. We bought in at 10 cents. We got 85.95 stellar. Its current price slightly higher, not quite 11 cents. It went up over 11 but dropped. So we had again dollar fee. So our net invested is 901. That is an increase given the current price of 3.18%. So here are our totals. I put in $50, 2 weeks. We had basically just under $5 in fees. Our net investment is $45.04. And currently, as of right this moment, we are up 5.12% on our DCA investment.
Good.
Yeah, pretty good, right? And again, realize that, right now we have such a small amount that the price fluctuations could easily like put us in the negative as easily as it can put us in the positive.
Right.
But again, the idea is we're spreading our risk over several assets.
Yeah.
And right now we're looking at going into a bull market. And if the video I showed you earlier today and that you hit my channel yesterday about like, what the holy hell do you think is going to happen when the Bitcoin ETF comes out? Look, did you see my live stream or my video about the false tweet about the Bitcoin ETF being approved, Philip, this week?
No, but I read it.
Okay. I mean, it sent Bitcoin up 10%. One news outlet, one false tweet sent Bitcoin's price up 10%.
Yeah, but when I did look, it must have come down pretty quick.
Well, yeah, it did. And once everybody realized, oh my God, that was fake, then they sold off. But it touched around 30K, Philip. And let's go for the shits and giggles of it all. Let's go take a look at what the current price is. I'll even refresh the screen. Hang on one second.
Yeah.
So let me refresh. Yeah, look, 29.6. So it went up, came down, and now it's pretty much holding over 29K.
Yeah.
And bar some reason why, some black swan event, some whatever, I am less inclined. I mean, on the last sets of live streams, Crypto on the Rocks, I have been very much saying that I think by the end of October, we're going to drop back down. But the further and deeper we get into October and the price is holding strong, the less I think that's going to happen. You want the truth? So, but that's where we're at, man. Once this, and I am still, I said it in the beginning, I think probably right before you got here, I think that the likelihood is still good that we're going to see an ETF approval before 2024. And if that's the case, we're going to be going into the new year with Bitcoin being close to the last all-time high.
Wow.
In my opinion. That's my opinion.
That would be great. That would be great.
It will be great, especially for those who are DCAing now.
Right.
Ride the wave.
Right.
I've been saying it. And but for point of fact, everyone that goes back to my Wednesday live stream, again, I was a bonehead, and the first 15 minutes of my live stream, I forgot my damn microphone wasn't on. But if you go past around that 15-minute mark, I recap everything I said. And I point out the fact that I have, and it's in the description of that live stream, probably done 3 to 4 live streams and 3 to 4 videos telling you time's running out, man. DCA, because you want to front run the market and ride the wave.
Right.
So
yeah, you're right.
My opinion.
Listen, Tuesday's coming.
Yes, sir.
And the geese are getting fat, so don't forget to drop the penny in my hat.
I will be reaching out to you. I had to put it a little bit later, so it'll be closer to 5 o'clock, I think. But I will reach out to you. And yes,
That's
Tuesday.
Fine.
Yes.
I'll talk to Queen Wendy and see if she'll be around at 5 o'clock.
Well, it might not be quite that late, but it might be a little closer to that than like 3:30.
All right. That's all right. I mean, she's taking care of her dad, so I don't know what she could be in transition. She could be here. It depends on whether he's sleeping or not.
I understand.
But
Well, either
anyway,
way, you know how to reach me, my brother. You know how to reach
I
me.
do. I do. I think I'm heading to bed. I'm getting tired.
Yeah, go. I'm gonna wrap this up in a second here anyway, unless
All
I
right,
get
bro.
another question or whatever. So go. I
All right.
appreciate you being here, brother. Thank you. You know,
Yep.
I love you and I
I
appreciate
love
your
you too.
support.
Well, I don't have much to say. You're the genius behind all this. Yeah,
Nah,
you're my
you've been
genius.
drinking.
How's that? No, you make sense. I mean, for me, you can explain it really well. There's other people that may talk the talk and walk the walk, but I don't can't understand the thing they're saying. So it don't matter how wealthy or how smart they are. If I can't understand it, I'm not going to watch it. So I can understand you. So that's all that matters.
Well, I appreciate it, brother. I really
I,
do. You know I do. I love you. I
I
love
know
your
you do.
family, and I appreciate all your support. You're great to me.
Yeah. So anyway, say hi to the family for me, and we'll talk on Tuesday.
Yes, sir. You have a good night, my friend.
All right, you too. Bye.
All right, later. All right. That's about going to do it for tonight, I'm thinking. What time is it? This is one of the longest Crypto on the Rocks we've had, and I really appreciate it. And I want to say thank you to everyone who definitely commented in the live chat. Thank you to everybody who replied to me on Twitter. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And I'm looking to grow this channel, so please make sure you where's what I'm supposed to click right here. Here we go. Make sure if you haven't already done so, you subscribe, tick that bell icon, click the all. That way you get notified every time I go live. I go live Monday, Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern, talk about whatever's going on in the cryptocurrency space, and breaking as needed. I will go live whenever. Also, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, every week, right here, Crypto on the Rocks. Bring your beer or whatever you want to drink. You don't have to have a beer. Whatever you want to drink. Bring it with you. Come join me live right here. Talk crypto, whatever you want to talk about. You control what's going on Crypto on the Rocks. And or jump in the chat. I mean, we had a lot of people in the chat tonight. I really appreciate that. Hopefully we answered everybody's question. Hopefully gave you guys some great information out there. If you enjoyed what you saw, hit that like button. See it right there, right there. Hit the like button and smash it up. Appreciate it. And again, make sure you're subscribed. I'm trying to get over 1,000 subscribers on the channel. Really trying to push this YouTube thing. So, all right. Thank you, everybody. It was great to be here. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your input. TCB, thank you for being in the live chat. I hope everything's going good with the family, my friend, and appreciate you being here. All right. I'll see you all my next live stream, Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern. All right.